I don't know where to start. He also did start out his promo, which we did not air. He did start out the promo with saying that there was a lot of big executives in town. It's like it'd be a shame if something went off the rails.
Dude, another crazy thing, commentary didn't mention it at all.
Really?
Like the rest of the night, nothing. They did promo he was gonna come out there,
Mm-hmm.
but after that, uh, they came back from break and they showed what happened earlier in the night with like Tanahashi and Punk and everything.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, you're just gonna pretend none of that happened. I don't know what's real here.
I'm at a loss as well because like we've watched wrestling long enough where you can be like, okay, a wrestler's mad on storyline or we're showing emotion for the promo. Eddie Kingston's a master of this, of like blurring the lines between what is his character and what is him. And Eddie Kingston does a really good job at it. But most of the time, Eddie's in control, and I don't know if MJF was in control here.
No,
Mm.
I don't. I think he might have. MJF might have just went straight Miz on SmackDown Live on live
He does
television.
say this is Maxwell Friedman. Like he does say this is not MJF, this is Maxwell Friedman
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. I mean, listen. The storyline of MJF wants more money has been teased and hinted at, and now is blatant for the past few months, like since the Punk feud.
Correct.
Um, so I think the idea of MJF wants more money is true. That's true. Him and TK are disagreeing on a contract. I think MJF wants more money and Tony wants more years, but MJF just wants more money on his existing contract right now. Something like that.
Yeah.
Um, so they're making that a storyline. But I truly believe MJF just went off his fucking off the rails. Maybe in
Yeah.
the beginning it was a little more scripted, but he just lost it and went real.
Yeah.
That's my guess. That's
I
my
think
guess. They're working themselves into a shoot.
it is highly possible, and it only got worse the more the crowd tried to heckle him because
Hmm.
he hates that shit. Like like if it's a heel or if it's him, he hates that shit, and you can tell. Um, and he just it was back as like we said a little bit earlier. See, the cameras went off. They cut off his mic. CM Punk tried to come out to be like, "Yo, what's going on?" And he walked out on Punk and like went through the crowd, leaving his scarf in the ring.
Yeah, he dipped. He's like, fuck
Yes, and
this.
so I thought that was kind of telling, especially now that you told me that they didn't address any of that at all on commentary, which makes me believe
Yeah.
that there's something really bad here. The divide might be a little bit bigger than we think, but hopefully, maybe MJF getting all of this out. Maybe now they can come back to the table and talk. Because I mean, they did the same thing with CM Punk and WWE. We're like, you know what? Say whatever you want. You're frustrated. Say whatever you want to an extent, and then we'll get back to contract talks. But
Yeah.
in this instance, I really don't know because at the time Punk did his original pipe bomb, WWE is the only show in town. MJF does not have to do shit. MJF can go to Hollywood. He'd probably be a semi decent actor. And if I'm WWE, after seeing that, I'd be like, get him on the phone. I know he's under contract, but just tell him whatever he wants at this moment. We are willing to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what WE is responding to this. Like, one, the boys in the back. I want to know what they think about it, if they're watching or if they care.
Yeah,
As well as
because he did
like
take a
the
he
people.
did take a shot at the people in the back too.
Oh, the boys in the back in AEW are not happy about this
Well,
either.
yeah, because he said that he also accused them of holding him down because he's the young kid, which is
Well,
probably true.
probably sure. He's what, 26?
26, yeah,
So they probably, I mean, sure, but also he's right. He called them out on their high spots and star ratings, which is true. That is a pro- I think that is a problem with AEW. It's more athletics and acrobats and high spots than it is actual storytelling and like wrestling and selling and stuff like that.
yeah. And
Um,
MJF's probably one of the best storytellers they have in that company.
and it's also true MJF is better than all the guys coming in. He just is, in my opinion. I really think he is the best person they have in that company.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I mean, there are better workers, but there's no better character
then MJF.
than MJF who can still wrestle. Like he's I can't. There's no bad MJF matches.
No, and he's creative with his matches. Like the match where he was like he told you what the finish was in his intro, and then he did the finish against
Yeah, they
Darby.
did.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's
Yeah, that was his.
beautiful.
That was his. He means what he says, and he says what he means, and he backs them both.
Yeah,
Backs them both up.